you have something on your arm.
Some schmutz.
From that freaking working on your
Boogage.
That still drives you nuts, huh? I very vividly remember that exact same thing in high school. Very vividly.
Doesn't like fuzz on people?
No. As a matter of fact, I think we had either a substitute teacher or it was just our teacher. And Tony was like, get it. And we're like, what? And he's like, you got fuzz on your sweater.
I do remember that. She was right in the middle of teaching too, and I was like, you got something. Like,
I can't pay attention.
I can't pay attention. That fuzz is driving me nuts.
You have a piece of celery in your teeth.
elbows deep in Austin's eaves.
No.
Well, on that note,
Is that a euphemism?
welcome back to Five's a Crowd,
Hello.
guys.
Hello.
Chris is knees deep or elbows deep
Elbows deep.
in my eaves.
Yeah, all up in the
Wow.
eaves.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy boy. You take that for what it's worth. Anyway, welcome to the crowd. Let me introduce the table. We got Cam,
Hey.
Chris,
Hello.
Tony,
Hey.
and Zach.
Hola.
And my name's Austin, and today we're going to be doing another In the News / Vomlet, just kind of catching up, recapping, figuring out what's going on in each other's lives, and having a good time.
Our last Vomlet that just came out not too long ago, man, we were like a bag of cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I was listening to that one. I was like, oh, man, you could tell it's been a while.
yeah. And, gosh, I feel like, at least this for me, this last time, it hasn't felt like it's been 2 weeks since we've seen each other.
No, it's been, yeah.
I mean, it has been
It
2
has,
weeks.
but like, yeah, I
but
agree.
it doesn't feel like
It doesn't
it's been
feel
that
like
long.
it.
That's nice.
Is it? Usually it's like we come in and it's like, man, I feel like I haven't seen you guys forever. I miss you guys. And
I think
now we're coming into it like, yeah.
it's just a crazy part of life. I feel for everyone here at this table.
It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It has?
Ups and downs.
What'd I miss?
Maybe not for Cam. Okay.
All right, Cam's life is
He's like,
bliss.
I'm just chilling.
Cam's so that I couldn't beat my video game, but I mean, other than that, it was.
But I could be.
I had to sleep, and then the next morning
Take
I
that
got
Yeah,
minute.
dude.
Take that power nap.
Yep.
Bam.
Then
Yeah.
you wake up and you're like, I got it.
I solved the riddle.
The speaking of video games, dude, I've been playing that Need for Speed Unbound. That game is stupid hard. I even have it on relaxed mode. Dude, it's a joke.
There's
It's
no
the
relaxing.
hardest game.
It's like those videos a while back, the Asian mode. Emotional damage. Those were funny.
Relax mode for a crackhead.
Well, let's go around the table, catch up what's going on in our personal lives. I feel like we got some good big news over here, starting on my right. I almost spoiled it last time, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Freaking dink.
Okay, to my defense, I thought he knew he had an appointment.
Well, he
I
knew
did
he
know I
had
had
it.
an
did.
appointment, but I thought my last... remember, I even explained it in the podcast. I was like, well, I could potentially be my last treatment, but probably December will be
The
my
funniest
last
part
treatment.
about that is afterward, I'm like, so we're going to have a surprise party for a maybe?
No, Kara legit called the doctor, because even the doctor almost
said.
spoiled it.
No more
Kara
Zachary
called the
jumping on the bed.
So, to catch you up to speed, his wife was setting up a surprise party for his last treatment. And he didn't know obviously about the surprise party,
Yeah.
but he didn't even know it was his official last treatment.
Yeah.
So in one of the previous podcasts, when I said, you don't know what's going on in a week,
Like,
he
how
was
do
like,
I know and you don't?
he's like, no. And I'm like, how do I know and you don't? Anyway, Kara told us that I don't know how I know and he doesn't know. I missed that part of the memo.
What do you mean she doesn't know? She's the one that called the doctor.
And the doctor said.
No. She said, how do I know and he not know?
Oh.
Like as in you.
Yeah,
How do
I
I
know.
know it's your last treatment?
Yeah, because she actually called the doctor and said, hey,
Oh. So there's really no question as to how you don't know.
exactly.
Oh, gosh.
I can't hear it.
Say it. So Kara called the doctor.
And the
what?
doctor said,
The doctor said. You heard that thing? You want more monkeys jumping on the
No.
bed?
Go ahead and sing it for me.
No.
Oh, wait, I did know. Gee, I have kids, bro, and I
You
grew
never
up.
know with you. Like,
and I grew up. I once grew up.
I once grew
I
up.
once was a kid too, okay?
But yeah, so
I
I
loved it.
am officially in remission.
Woo!
100%. And Kara, woo, that got loud.
I can hear
Awesome.
everything.
Yep.
Wow.
I can hear my thoughts.
I can hear colors.
Holy moly.
Jeez.
What are you doing?
Let's,
Sorry,
Okay,
someone
check,
had
check.
that way wrong. There we go. I saw that it was wrong.
Chicken
No, don't.
vagina. Well, now you got to fix all the other ones now because we
hold,
changed
please.
Don't
those.
touch it, Chris.
I can't hear things.
Bunch of professionals here.
There we go.
You got Tony Stark over here. I mean, don't touch
I could hear
his
every
stuff.
one of your heartbeats.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I was like scared to even breathe there.
Dude, I
It's
think
like
it
got
was your
so loud.
Your souls were talking to me.
I felt muffed. I was like, this
Have you-
gain needs to go up.
Have you seen that?
You felt what?
I felt muffed, like my hearing, like the voice.
The gain.
Muffled.
Have
The
you
game.
seen those high thoughts? People that are high and have random thoughts. One of them is like, if two mind readers are reading each other's minds, are they actually just hearing their own thoughts?
I've lived it, bud.
Yeah, but there has to be an initial thought somewhere in there.
So, but would it just be the
So-
same thought?
But I don't know. So if one initiates the mind reading first, it would catch a thought from the other one, and then that other one would initiate the mind reading in time to catch the thought they had in the other person's mind, and then it would just bounce back and
So
forth.
they simultaneously having a thought and hearing a thought?
It'd be like it's like when you put a phone and like two phones together, and it's like
And it does that echo?
that's exactly what it would sound like.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
I found
Is that
this.
on Austin Powers?
Yes.
Oh,
I found
no.
this ranker that was all
Oh,
those
no.
high thoughts. It was great.
I love it.
Pull it up.
No, we weren't.
I don't want to
But
do stories.
Mister, I
but
don't
you
want to
could just-
read.
No, no, no.
It's
I don't
just
want to.
3 times to read.
I
I
get
don't
it.
want to read stories, but little like a sentence, like a thought-provoking sentence,
True.
would be hilarious.
I like provoking.
Oh, I had some shower thoughts I wanted to share.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Keep it to
I'll think
yourself.
about
Going
it.
with news.
All right, sorry. My headphone jonder, you know,
You know,
Jonder.
jaundice.
jaundice. But
It's a word I
Jaundice.
made up, bud.
jaundice.
Jaunt? Sure.
Jaunt. That's a slight
I
run.
like Jonder. I'm gonna look it up.
Jonder.
Let's see.
There's Joinder.
Nice.
Sounds sexual.
Sounds like grinder.
Oh, that's why.
Yep.
I want the search results for Jonder. Don't try to correct me.
There you go. Look.
John Deere.
There's nothing, dude.
Nothing.
You made
I
up
made
a
up a
whole new
word.
word.
Let us know
jauntered.
down in the comments
Oh.
what that should mean.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a word now. We're gonna get it in the Webster dictionary. What the heck word am I thinking of?
Just put it on
Sonder?
A jaunt?
the Sonder.
Your little
Jaunt?
headphone jaunt?
Headphone jaunt, sure.
A
Jaunter. Go ahead, Zach.
So confused.
Take it away.
What is going on?
But, anyways, Kara, she turned and she ended up having a surprise party for me, and only one of my friends showed up.
I
but
had
hey,
to
that's
work.
Stop.
a whole
Let's
nother-
stop
Don't even.
it. Stop it off.
I wanted to. I wanted to.
There's a difference of wanting and actually coming.
That's what she said.
Yes, there is.
There is. Yes, there is. I have to hear it from my wife, okay? I don't need it from you.
You're always wanting to.
Holy cow, that might have been the best. That's what she said ever. And Tony didn't even hear it. He's knees deep in his own phone.
His elbows deep in the eaves.
Elbows deep
You're
in
just
the
making a whole new language here tonight, aren't you?
What did I say? Elbows, knees.
He's knees deep.
Knees deep in the eve.
Elbows deep.
No, Chris said the elbow's deep.
I like this. This is fun.
Is that Genesis?
I should have warned you guys. I am so
The
tired.
Genesis of origin words.
Can you tell?
Welcome to my
good.
life.
Oh gosh.
I'm tired too, but it's
Oh,
okay.
man.
Anyways, you
right.
were saying, Zach?
That's all I got. Had a surprise party. Only Chris showed up.
Shite.
Way to go. Way to represent the group.
Let someone represent it.
He walked
He
in.
didn't want me there. I was all talking to everybody. He said, I don't know what
What's
I
that?
Two want you there.
Oh, tell him about the mother, the second mother.
Oh. Was she upset? I
What's
didn't
her
mean
name?
upset.
What's her name?
Her name's Lois.
Lois. Shout out to
Lois.
you, Lois.
She
Lois.
she just loves to tease me about it because
What?
she'll tell me sometimes, she goes,
Nothing.
I think I know more about you now than your mom knows about you. And I'm like, well, my mom shouldn't know that stuff about me, so that's fine. But
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody invited moms to listen to this.
So-
exactly.
She kept saying, I kept listening. I was like, you can just push a button and turn it off. She's like, I did. I was like, oh, my bad.
And it's reasons like that we now put a disclaimer at the first.
If we
you are a
remember,
family,
You're not allowed.
do not listen.
that should be in the overall just description of the podcast.
Right?
Listen at your own
Stop
disclosure.
if you know
It's
us.
like, imagine you're at a 90s party, but you're not related to anybody there.
You are not family whatsoever.
Yes. All I could see is just, the surprise party, sad balloons, and like two people.
You think only two people would show up to my surprise party?
That's the way you're making it sound.
I popped one of the balloons.
Your family doesn't count.
Technically, it was a party for his brother-in-law's birthday.
Yeah, that's what Kara told
So
me.
Yeah, that
that's
was-
where most of the guests came
Yeah.
in.
Oh, really?
Called his wife a liar in front of everybody.
Yep.
It was
Wait, is
really
this
awkward.
true?
No, I called my buddy a liar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you called Kara a liar.
No, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did call Kara a liar.
Yeah,
That's right.
you punched her.
We
and
walked
said-
in.
What is happening?
We
What
were
did we
holding
miss?
hands.
I was
We were-
going to say, is
were
there
hol-
video of this?
No, we were holding
He
hands as
didn't.
we walked
He
in,
didn't.
and
he didn't.
I walked in, and everybody was like, "Hey, surprise! Congratulations!" And I looked at her, and I threw her hand away, and I said, "You lied to me."
He smacked her down to the ground.
You're
Wait in the car.
What I
You
tell you about
liar.
lying?
What did I tell you about lying?
Here's the thing you
He
don't
said
know.
liar with a hard R.
I did. You are a liar.
Here's the thing you don't know. The Beacons do not throw parties.
No,
So
don't.
that is why he was so offended. He's like, why would you do this?
You broke
know
our
we-
streak.
You just proved to everybody that we can do this now. Gosh,
Food was good though.
What'd
it
you
was
have?
good.
That's why I came.
Baked potato bar.
Ooh.
Glad I missed it.
Potato hater.
Don't even know what to say to that.
Potatoes are great.
I was like-
I'm offended.
I love potatoes, just not baked.
From his origin country.
What's wrong with the baked potato?
It's not my.
Kind of mash it up, throw some chili and
Yeah.
some cheese over the top, broccoli.
Oh.
Pretty much
yeah.
all potatoes are like one step away from being mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
It's true.
No, they were cooked perfect.
they were.
They were
Some
really.
butter and sour cream and
Would you
salt
cook
and
them in
pepper.
air fryer? It's a good way to cook 'em.
No, I think they were cooked
Do
in
you
a
throw the
crock
whole
pot.
potato?
He doesn't
in
know.
air
It was a
fryer?
surprise.
Like cut it or anything, or
You
just
you oil it up, little olive oil, sprinkle some salt, all kosher salt on the outside. I don't know if you poke it or not, but
I don't
you
think,
put
think
it-
we do.
No, you're talking
yeah,
the
you
whole
put it
potato.
the whole,
Whole
potato,
potato.
Not cut or anything. Just
Nope, just the whole potato. Put it in for like 20 minutes, 400, and then flip it over. 20 more minutes, 400, and done. And they're freaking
They're-
delicious.
they're
Tony ain't gonna do that because
Is the
so
skin
good.
is the skin all crispy?
well,
Yeah.
I mean, when you say air fryer, the air fryer's my best friend.
Dude, I
you'll
cook
eat an
whole
air
meals
fryer
in the air fryer.
potato,
Yeah,
but not a baked potato.
yeah, because now it's an air fried potato, not a baked
See,
potato.
you make the air fried potato, and then you throw in a ribeye cut up into 1-inch cubes.
Oh, my
6-7
goodness.
minutes.
Dang, man.
You got perfectly tasty, just melt in your mouth.
I hate
steak
you.
bites,
Why'd you gotta bring that up?
bro. You can cook the whole freaking meal in the air fryer.
Sounds fantastic.
It's great. I've done it many
when you
times.
cooking it for us?
Huh?
When you cooking it for us?
Freaking whenever.
All right.
yeah.
Let's set up
12
a surprise
years.
party. One of you will show up, so I don't have to cook that much.
Anything else going on in your life there, Zach?
Got nothing.
Air fried baked potatoes?
I didn't
Well,
have
he
Oh,
will
no,
be.
you had baked
That's
potatoes.
next
just
time.
baked
That's
potatoes.
next day.
He'll
Yeah.
learn.
Yep.
Tony?
I ain't got nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, you
Nada?
do. Reggie turned that wall into
jeez.
more of a disaster.
Wait,
More?
More?
It was a pencil.
Wait, he stabbed it?
No, luckily. But the freaking hole that he did put in the wall, they keep picking at it. That thing's getting bigger. They grab paint, and it's like I gotta get that fixed.
You gotta do that
You
thing
need
with
to-
the stuffed animal where you let the stuffed animal peel it and then you beat the crap out of it in front of
I should.
He's like, I'm thinking.
him. Light it on fire, throw it out the window.
It's like, so let the stuffed animal do it. Beat Reggie, and then no wait, I missed. Sorry, say it
So you
again.
mixed it up. I can see how there would be a miscommunication.
I come back and it's like, dude, your advice was awful. Like, I got all kinds of medical bills now.
Ended
No,
in jail for a couple
As
nights.
he's walking out in cuffs.
no. Sadly, speaking of, well, lightly speaking of beating Reggie, he fell off the bed the other night. Like, it was in the middle of the night. He fell off the bed and he must have hit something because the next morning he's got the darkest bruise. Like right here, and I can't help but think of Joker every time I
Oh,
see
I
it.
got these scars.
Because it kind of curves up and like it's just right here. I feel so bad every
That
time I
poor
see
kid in
it.
his head.
Right?
Like,
That thing has got its own gravitational
Right?
pull to
100%.
accidents.
Black hole.
I'm honestly surprised it wasn't his head that put the hole in the wall.
About the drywall, though, if they keep pulling the sheets off, that's harder to cover than the actual hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta
That's
get
why
that
I know
painted
I need to
fast.
hurry and get on it. It was just hard because in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just leave it alone, let him kind of
Remember what they did?
Well, more like, I don't know what I was really thinking as far as I just wanted him to get out of the putting holes in my wall stage.
That'd be years, man.
I know. That's
That'd
why
be
I was
like
like, I
another
don't know.
decade, bro.
I know. I just need to get on it. But no, I don't have any other news. None that I like to share.
Chris
You?
Chris was arms deep in my eaves earlier,
I was
running power.
a little dusty.
A little dusty. That's all I got, man. Just more updates to the house. Just working way at it slowly.
Noise.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Chris, any
Okay.
news?
Yes, but they're going to have to wait.
All right.
Oh boy, it's
Tune
good.
in next
It's good
time.
too. It's good.
It's a surprise for you guys. We already know here at the table that
I wanted to have a moment.
moment with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we deserve that every once in a while.
yeah.
You tell him.
You got some regressed something going on?
He just needs a night with the boys.
I'm
off
worried.
camera.
Dude,
Sitting
I
here.
always want to have guys' nights.
Me too.
and no one ever wants to.
I
used to
do.
be
I used
there's
to
a
be the hard
difference
one with
between
that.
want and can.
You can want to.
I can
want
want
to.
to.
We bring over the VRs, all the stuff.
You know, you could host a guys' night.
Oh, I'd be
True.
down for that.
Why don't you then?
It's not like my house could get beat up or anything.
We can play
Challenge
some,
accepted.
bro.
We're
We
not
can
gonna
play some
beat it
keepy
up.
uppy.
No, I
Go
know.
real crazy up in there.
Come on, man.
Dude, you got the perfect
Ooh, I gotta
garage
go
for
play that
back in
game.
blue.
But I mean, like real with the balloon.
But yeah, I gotta go play that game.
Yeah.
Keepsy
so
upsies.
fun.
I'm taking Ronnie to Bluey play
Where's that?
it's at the Eccles Theater in Salt Lake. It's like the end of January.
great.
It's about an hour-long play about Bluey and everything, and afterwards they play Keepy Uppy.
That's dope.
With the audience?
Uh-huh.
Oh, dope.
That's freaking cool.
That's stupid. It'll never drop.
Except these are filled with lead. Here, catch.
Medicine balls.
You have one person.
Yeah, one person.
One person that just slaps it to the ground. No, keepy uppy.
Damn you people, this is golf, not a rock concert.
Bunch of animals.
How am I supposed to putt?
No. I had to hit it off of Frankenstein's fat foot.
Oh, man. Cam?
No other news?
I got a little bit. So, a few weeks ago, Layla went in for an appointment with some of the it's like a I don't know what it is. It's like a checkup after the NICU and stuff, just to see how she's doing. And they were worried about her gaining weight. Like, she's still pretty small. So it turns out that she had a tongue and lip tie. So the skin, the skin right under your tongue was like, it's basically hindering the movement of her tongue. And then the skin between her lip and the top of her gums also hindering how her lip moves. So she was having trouble feeding. Oh. She was putting in a lot of work, but not getting a lot out of it. So Shaylee went in to get an evaluation for it at a pediatric dentist. And she goes in and they're looking at it like, yeah, she definitely needs it. And they're like, we can do it right now. And she's like, what? And they're like, yeah, we can do it. It takes like 5 minutes. So we did it. She had to wear these little goggles because they do it with lasers, man.
What?
They had this laser scalpel thing. And they go,
laser.
she has video of it and it's weird. But they go in and they just laser.
Lightsaber?
Nah, kinda. Yeah. It was weird. They laser cut it and it cauterizes at the same time. But they cut through and you see her tongue just snap to the roof of her mouth. Free. It's like freedom. And it just and he's like, that's good. That's a good sign. And so ever since she's been eating great.
That's awesome.
Doing fantastic.
What's the recovery on it?
What did they say?
6 minutes.
No, I think they said it'd be it's a few weeks before it fully heals. So we have to do these little massages on her, under her tongue and up
Just
on her
for
lip,
scar tissue reasons.
just to make sure it doesn't go back together.
Fuse back together and all that.
But freak, after a day, she was fine.
Medicines,
Wow.
any creams or
We have some, but she doesn't need it. She's fine. She's such a happy baby.
Milk.
Jeez,
Lots
Yeah,
of
so
milk.
she's going to town now and she's doing great.
Nice.
that's cool.
Good
man.
to hear.
That's
Little cutie-
amazing.
Little cutie butt. Any challenge thrown at her, she's just like, no, sorry. She's a beast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Now you're not the only one going to town, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
What town are we going to?
I don't know.
For work?
The boobs.
Oh.
I was being facetious.
That's a lie.
That is
Fishless.
that is a real word.
That is a real
That
word.
is a real word.
I didn't make up a word that time. Also, okay, so I take a lot of notes. I want to apologize to all you guys listening on Spotify. I didn't realize we have a Q&A comment section area. Mm-hmm. I mean, I knew we had that where people could leave us comments and stuff. I had no idea we had to approve those comments.
Every one of them.
Yes. I had no clue.
So what? We have hundreds of comments.
We have 10. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, we have more than that, but seriously, I had no idea. And many of you may not even know that we have a Q&A spot on our Spotify. So if you think of a question you'd like to ask us on Spotify, make sure to drop it down below, as well as also on YouTube. You can
We need to get
always
better
leave
at
us a
that.
comment. But I was like, dang it, I can't believe I never knew that I had to approve these.
I don't even have.
So do you go to
Spotify.
Spotify itself, or is it under Anchor?
See, look,
That's
right
right
there.
here.
See the dot? The dots next to the numbers? That means they're not approved.
What dot?
The
Oh.
purple dot.
Just to the left of
Yeah.
his mouse there.
We've got tons of them.
Both of
look
them.
at this.
Anyway,
This one, Charlotte. #the shakes.
that was in the last podcast.
Yeah.
I have missed the vomit. It was nice to hear everyone laughing. I'm so glad Zach is in the clear. I can't wait for next week. Aw, thanks, Charlotte. See,
Yeah.
vomlets. They love them.
They love
They
them.
love them.
Vomit.
One person.
One person.
They love them.
Vomlet.
All of you have just been classified with Charlotte. Thank
It's
you.
the best ever.
Charlotte is speaking for all of you.
Was that supposed to be Dawn?
No.
Okay.
It was, but it wasn't.
Dude, Charlotte, she's consistent.
Yeah, she's very consistent.
I told them to build the wall.
That's not your strong
I got to work on it. I'll work on
That
it.
is not your
Yeah.
strong
Yeah,
suit.
let's work.
Why
on
is
that
there
one.
a hashtag damn it, Doreen?
I don't know. It's funny, though.
Did we have that one?
No,
I love it.
but I don't.
It's from the one with the Russian sleep experiment and stuff. Wow. These are fun. I had no freaking idea these were here.
Yeah, me either.
Me
All right.
neither, because I don't have Spotify.
We're learning good.
So I have a question, Cam.
Yeah.
I have a personal question. Hopefully, I'm not putting you too much on the spot. But I want to know about this weight loss journey, my guy.
Oh, stop.
This guy, and many of you that have tuned in to Men Try, many of you have commented letting Cam know how much he's been doing good. I cannot speak.
Oh, I thought you were
Nah.
going,
He done good
But
things.
I thought you
yeah,
were going another way with that.
what?
How many people commented about how big he is?
Big and sexy.
No. There's been so many comments of people just like uplifting him. It's great.
Dude, Scarlett calls me big guy all the time.
Really?
Hey, big guy.
Oh,
big
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. I have no idea where she got it, but that just made me think of it.
Hey, big guy.
She'd be like, because I'll be like, hey, will you go put your shoes on, please? And she's like, okay, big guy. I'm like, what the heck, kid?
She means that based off of title,
Right?
not size.
That's dad to you.
Oh, daddy, big guy. I'm like, what the heck? Who taught you this?
Girls call me Big Fella, but that's off of Bluey.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Fella?
She's so funny. But yeah, so I am, as of like, when did I weigh in? Like 2 days ago? I finally broke out of the 280s,
Nice.
279, which is 66 pounds down.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That's
man.
amazing. That's
Way
awesome.
to go,
That's
man.
like both of my adolescent children. Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
dude.
that's
I feel,
fantastic.
I feel so good.
That's
like,
awesome.
I feel so good.
It's beautiful.
Most of the like pretty much all the time. Like I sleep way better. I move around. I have a lot more energy. Like every little thing that was bothering me is like gone,
That's
Nice.
great.
That's so cool.
and it's nice. Thanks, guys.
Can I ask, like, what prompted it? Like, what was
I
the
was sick of being
spark?
fat.
Like, but what was the
That
spark?
sucked.
Was there like a point where you're like,
Yeah, was
hey,
there a specific instance
Was
that
there-
it was,
Actually, yes. And this, honestly, in my lifetime, is one of my most embarrassing stories,
really?
and I haven't told anyone.
Can you tell it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let's
Okay.
hear it.
It's been long enough. So we went to, when were we there? We went to California this last year, and it was for Kaylee's cheer. It was earlier this year, so it was like the spring of this year. So we go to California for Summit, her cheer competition and stuff. And while we're there, we decided to take them to Universal Studios, Hollywood. And so, we're all excited because this is the first time either of them are going to like a big theme park. Like we haven't even taken them to Lagoon yet. So we're all super excited. We get up, because we're in Anaheim, so we got to drive out to LA, and like we get there and everyone's super excited. We really wanted to go to Super Mario World. So we get in line as soon as we get there for that, like super excited. We all run in, everyone's excited. One of the first rides is one of their new rides, the, what is it? Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, they have a new ride.
So they have a new ride, right? So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Little kid ride. We're super stoked. Scarlett wants to go with Shaylee. So I'm with Kaylee. So we get in line. We go through the line. It's all fun. It moves pretty quick because we're pretty early. We get to the ride. Kaylee gets on. I get on. We pull the lap bars down. And mine will not go all the way down. Oh. And the person literally asked me to get off the ride.
Oh.
Because I was too fat.
Gosh.
And this is in front of my daughter.
Yeah.
So like I get off the ride. And I'm like, you're cool. I'll meet you guys outside, whatever. I go walking out the door. I start crying. I was like I was so, it was one of those moments that was
Yeah.
like, bro, you got to get your crap together.
Jeez.
Like my 12-year-old daughter just saw me get kicked off a ride for being a fatty. And like it hurt
glad
me,
you're
dude.
nice
It
to
hit me,
yourself, like-
right? Dude, it was one of those low moments. It was like,
It's okay.
dang,
It's just a fat guy.
right.
Hey,
And
Tom,
then-
it's just a fat kid.
And then so that sucked.
You're just
So
a
then the
fatty,
rest of the
aren't
day, I'm like super paranoid that I'm not going to be able to ride other rides. We get into Super Mario World, which is crazy packed. It was so packed, it was kind of not that fun. And we get in the line for the ride in there, and that line, no joke, was like 2 hours long. Just to get there. We get on, and I'm having trouble with the lap bar.
Oh, no.
This thing is super freaking tight. Oh, it was so tight. And I was like, screw this, is not happening again. I like sucked in so hard and like pulled it down just enough. And the attendant was like, and I'm like, no, it's it. We're good. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, it's good. And I was like, oh. But then the whole ride was uncomfortable because it was like smashing my organs.
Oh,
It's like that Gabriel Iglesias when he's talking about how many clicks they can get.
Yep.
One of his old school
like
ones.
2 clicks.
Yeah.
And it hit me. Like it was one of those moments that just really hit me. And then a little after that, I started trying to do intermittent fasting and stuff. And like my baby leave was coming up a couple months later. And then I got into a good swing of intermittent fasting like a couple weeks before Layla was born, and like going on walks and stuff and just trying to be a little more active. And then right after Layla was born, with all that stuff going on, I basically like lost my appetite. So fasting was really easy for like 2 weeks. And then my mother-in-law started saying stuff. She's like, if you lost weight, you look smaller. I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. Like I'm doing this or whatever, but I don't know. And so one day I went and stepped on the scale and I was down 30 pounds. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, it's working.
Just from walking and
Intermittent fasting, all the crazy stuff, all the stuff that was going on with Layla. I was also, because I was on my leave, I was doing a ton of stuff around the house, like getting rid of garbage, moving things around, doing a ton of yard work, doing all this stuff, like a lot more moving than before, and being able to go to the gym more. And so I saw that and I was like, holy crap, it is working. Because I'd tried for, there was one time I lost like 50 pounds. And then over the course of years, it came back and then some. And then I was just trying over and over and failing on losing some weight. And then this time it was sticking. So I leaned into it. I was like, cool, this is working. Let's keep going. And that's where we are now.
Right
That's
on.
awesome. So what is your, like, do you have like a regimen? Are you sticking to like a diet? Are you cutting out like, what is your current?
So the biggest thing is the fasting. So I don't eat anything until afternoon.
Oh, really?
Do you go noon to 8 or what's
Yes.
your?
So I try noon to 8. I do occasionally go later, but I found like as long as I stick to starting afternoon, like it doesn't matter too much because I mean intermittent fasting, it shrinks your stomach a little bit because your body's like, I don't,
Yeah.
I get it later. I don't need to worry about it now. It helps me digest everything, so I'm not like my blood sugar's not going crazy. I'm not super tired. Like my poops are better. Like it literally affects everything.
Good poops.
And when I do start eating at noon, I pretty much always have the same thing every day. I just have hash browns and eggs with some turkey sausage and cheese basically, and that's it. Sometimes a tortilla because I'll make a burrito, and cottage cheese. So I'm packing like
That's pretty healthy.
over 50 grams of protein in that first meal.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
That I'm not hungry again until almost dinner.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it gives me plenty of energy.
And then when
And
you're
it's fucking
fasting, do you
delicious.
do just water?
Uh-huh. I drink a
awesome.
ton of water, so I do pee a lot because I drink a ton of
Yeah.
freaking water.
I told
Hydration drink. I do actually. The first when I wake up, one of the first things I do is drink. I have like a ghost hydration, an emergency, just because everyone's sick. But I drink that like every morning, and that just helps me stay like hydrated and feeling good for the first part of the day. And then
nice.
that's the biggest thing. We just got a treadmill
Nice.
because I was walking like around the block and stuff, but now that it's getting colder, I just want to be able to do it every day inside. And then pretty soon here I'll be going back to the gym to build back some muscle.
That's awesome.
Way to
man.
go.
Nice.
That's motivating.
Well, it's nice because honestly, the intermittent fasting gives you the opportunity to kind of eat whatever. Like not like whatever. You don't have to go crazy. But like I avoid sugar as much as possible. I don't eat sugar at noon. Like if I'm gonna eat sugar, it's not until like the evening because it won't. If the first meal I have is mostly protein and everything, it's not going to shoot up my blood sugar, cause any kind of crash or anything like that. But yeah, I try to avoid it.
It's like
as
a
much as
hard
possible.
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. An intermittent.
Well, and I need to
fasting.
do. I want to do a 36-hour fast coming up here soon.
Oh man, those are so hard.
It's gonna suck, so I haven't done it yet. But it is like a major reset.
With like just water again or
Yeah.
like fast altogether?
No,
Man,
you just drink water.
Yeah, I remember I did a 36-hour fast. It's been since.
Well, they recommend you
long
only do
time.
it like like twice a year.
Oh, gosh.
Is all you need to do.
I've only done it once in my life, and that was enough.
Right? Because it's supposed to like help reset kind of your immune system and stuff like that. And like one of the biggest things they talk about with intermittent fasting is that when your body doesn't have food in there, like glycogen and stuff to eat, to use supply for energy, it turns inward and starts to burn
Your fat.
your own cells and stuff. And some of the first things it burns are, they call them senescent cells. And those are the cells that turn into cancer.
Right.
Oh, dang.
So it helps your body essentially get rid of as much of the bad crap as possible. Because your body's like, that's the first thing it goes for. It's like, we don't need this crap. Get out of here.
Nice.
So like, and I've watched so many different things about it, and tons of people talk about after.
Why is 36 hours the magic number?
It's
Or
Because
is
48's a lot.
That's
48
fair.
too
got a
much.
That's fair.
36 is hard. I can't remember if
I
mine
can't
was
remember.
48 now.
I was,
But like
There's this-
24 is just
48
not
hours.
enough or something.
no, they recommend like 24,
They've done
like once a
studies.
quarter. They've done studies because it's like after there's this one lady. Have you ever? There's a YouTube video channel and podcast called Diary of a CEO. And this guy interviews like these powerful people and stuff. And he has this doctor on, and she's like big into intermittent fasting and has a whole program that people will join and they'll guide them through it and stuff. But she goes on and talks about it. She's like, at 17 hours of fasting, your testosterone actually like increases. It's something like 70%. Like it shoots up your testosterone, like all this stuff. And I've seen it from her and like multiple other like doctors talking
So
about.
everyone's just walking around.
They're just like, yeah. Oh, bro, that guy's at 17 hours, no food.
You fasting
You
too?
fasting, bro?
Yeah, right on.
Take a knee,
Let's
son.
compare fasts. Let's
That's
compare
when they do a handshake.
secret handshake.
It's like motorcyclists. It's a special like signal.
Yeah, the little two
Yeah.
fingers down type thing.
Let me know when you do it. I'll do it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
What,
Me
the
too.
handshake?
Yeah. I'll fast with you.
No, but it's seriously like,
There's people.
I can feel it.
There's people who have like really bad diabetics who have gotten off insulin from intermittent
Yep.
fasting.
Mm-hmm.
See,
It basically slows down and lets your body
Recalibrate.
take care of what it's supposed to do.
Reload.
you know, this
Man,
is
I would- go
terrible to say, but I'm procrastinating till the first of the year, using New Year's as the resolution, to start. But the nice thing in my case is like I need like checkpoints. So like a few years back, I said, okay, I'm gonna use New Year's as the starting point, and I just want to see if I can go 30 days with no sugar. And I did it. I felt great, and that was the year of COVID, and I fell off the wagon of that, and it was a mess. But
You're a big dates guy. Like you're a big like
Sugar
event.
dates.
yeah,
No, like he needs
Sugar dates and
he needs like a specific date to do things like New Year's or
yeah, no, 100%. So that's why
birthdays,
my perfect thing,
milestones.
my perfect thing coming up into this year. So New Year's will be my starting point, and then my checkpoint. I'm hoping to continue past it, but my checkpoint is we've got a concert in March. And it's like my first concert since like 2019. And I'm kind of like sweating, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do GA anymore. And so
Oh heck no!
I'm like, okay.
I'm all about seats now.
So that gives me roughly 3 months and I want to do the sugar thing first off to really kick it into gear. But then the intermittent fasting, I used to do it and I stuck to it for a while there, but I want to do that. And then if I can find the motivation to wake up early enough to maybe throw in a little bit of a workout and just,
Dude, walk.
yeah.
Like it literally, like this is the thing that drives me nuts. And I knew this, but for some reason I just couldn't get behind it. So all the times that I tried to lose weight before this, it was always something. I tried keto. I tried, all this stuff that was kind of difficult. And then
It's
it
discouraging.
it was hard. It didn't
Yeah.
really do much. You didn't see any results. And so now I'm doing literally the most basic thing ever. It's just don't eat till noon and walk more. And it's working so much better.
You don't have to make it harder than
You
it is.
don't.
Keep it
It's
simple,
so
stupid,
simple.
huh?
It is, yeah.
That's my
Like-
philosophy. I have to say that to myself all the
Yeah,
time.
keep it simple, man.
Like walking is a miracle drug. Like I've seen all these doctors who literally come out and just talk about walking.
Yeah.
You don't even have to run. You don't even just walk.
Well, gosh, even in college, I had an actual physical education class that was like walking 101. Not joking.
Dude,
like it
that's
was
awesome.
the only physical education class I could find that fit in my schedule. And we get there and I was very fit at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Well, this is the only class that fit in my schedule."
I stumble a lot.
She's like, "You can go work out at the actual gym during this hour, and I'll just count it." And I said, "Okay, cool." I just needed the credit.
Do you get
Talk
real quick?
Go ahead.
Do you get in your own head too? Like if you end up screwing up, you're like, "Well, I screwed up. I'm done." Like if you end up messing.
Yeah.
Like, that's not either. It's just like, yeah, I made one little thing. It's still,
know,
it's
right?
not the end of it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
No, the walking thing, that reminds me of an old joke. It was Dennis Reagan. It's Brian Reagan's brother in an old stand-up. And he talks about he's in buying a pair of shoes, and the guy comes up and he goes, "You see that pair of shoes there? That's the first pair of shoes made specifically for walking." He goes, "Oh." He's like, as if the sandals Moses wore were made for racquetball. Like, it's like, tell me, have they made those belts made to hold up your pants yet? Like,
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, dude, make it a family event. Walk around the
Well,
corner.
see-
Scarlett wants to walk every day now. Like,
actually, speaking of that, so one of the hard things, and I don't mean to like call her out here, but it's like, I need Jenny's support too,
Oh, you
because
called her out.
well,
She doesn't listen. It doesn't matter.
that's not
That's
the
true.
part. This is the part.
Oh.
It's the hard part is we're both major sweet tooths, and it's like after we get the kids to bed, we like to turn on a show or a movie or something, and then have our snacks and everything. And so, the first go around when I was doing the no sugar thing, that was the hardest part of it. It was like throughout the day and different things, not too bad. But it was sitting down at night watching her with her bowl of ice cream or something like that, and I'm over there like with a carrot,
No,
like trying
that's
to
true.
just stay away from it. But
or when they ask you, "Hey, while you're in the kitchen, will you get me a bowl of ice cream?" It's like, come on,
right,
why don't you just shoot it in my vein?
but because for me it's the nighttime.
Vanilla.
When I did cut out sweets, it was cutting out those nighttime sweets that I saw the major difference.
Well, and you can do small things like, it's not even that like you don't have to cut out sweets completely, but say I can only have sweets after dinner on Fridays.
See, and I kind of learned I'm kind of like an alcoholic, where it's like if I'm gonna do it, I gotta go 100%.
There you go. All right then. All right.
Because it's like saying like I have a drinking problem, but you know what? I'm just gonna have a little bit over the weekend.
On Fridays.
Yeah, I can't.
But I mean, all you have to just do it to a point to where you notice the difference. So about 2-3 weeks,
Yeah.
you see something different, and then the second anyone else notices something different, it literally like
lights that fire.
lights that fire, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like this is working. I'm gonna keep going.
That's the thing about discipline too, is you always have to constantly work at it. The other way, whatever you want to call it, complacency, that's easy to do, right? But with disciplining yourself like that, it's constant work. It doesn't ever just get easier. You always have to keep working on it. It's never like, oh, I'm disciplined. No, it's like you constantly have to
forever.
keep up on it.
I saw
It's
this.
like a marriage, you know. You just
It's true.
always
Keep it
It's
going.
always hard. Sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
no.
Some parts. not the best parts.
I saw this really motivating thing for Jess, and it's funny because it's super motivating for Jess, but it was like some astonishing percentage. It was like 98 or 95% of people never sprint after the age of 30.
I just saw that.
Yeah, and so I shared that with you guys because I was blown away at that statistic. Because
Well,
I
Well,
can't
and the
tell
jumping
you,
one,
That's the one I thought of. The jumping one.
I can't tell you the last time I sprinted.
like a full sprint,
Like a full
run
sprint
for your life sprint
for a minute.
I can tell you when I did it, not a minute, but it was when we were at VidCon,
Oh,
and
against
I raced the friggin'
Markham's
Lincoln like
kid?
yeah, dude, I kicked his butt. I was
Dude,
not going to lose.
Smoked him.
I ran.
Bro, I've never
so
seen
fast.
you run so fast.
My
in your
hat
life.
came off. Like, I was blown away afterwards. I was like, oh, how did I do that?
Dude, your feet were a blur.
Bro, I was flying. That was the last time I
And
ran
so
like that.
I shared that with Jess, and so that motivated her. And so she went to the gym and she sprinted. She did minute sprint, minute off, minute on, sprint, minute off. And she said after she did like 8 sets or something like that.
Oh, you want to die.
And she like at the end of it, she's like, I needed to throw up.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
the next few days, she was complaining about her hips absolutely hurting.
See, for me, it's my knees.
And so I told her, I'm like, go take some ibuprofen, help with the pain, you know.
And do it again.
Do the basic things.
Do it again.
And so, because she does not take medicine. And so she ended up taking it and she's like, it's not helping. Like, I am literally aching. And then literally she woke up the next morning and was like, my hips are brand new. You will never, like, my hips used to hurt me. She's like, look at this. I can do this.
look at how I can
do
move."
this. It's like,
What did I can do?
she
Once
thinks,
again, there was hard things in the marriage.
she thinks there was like some bound up cartilage in her hips
Oh, dude.
from the like
Oh.
births and like pregnancy over the years.
Oh, dang.
And she broke that all up, and it was like toxins leaving her
Dude,
body.
crazy.
And now she's like, dude, I can do all kinds of freedom movements with my legs. And I'm
Prove
like,
You're like, let's see. That reminds me, though, I forgot like
Prove it.
another thing I started doing, and I've been doing the whole time, is at the end of my shower, I spend 30 seconds in cold water, the coldest water my shower will put out.
Oh, I hate that.
did you see that Titanic thing?
Yes, dude. And I'm like, I bet, dude, that's so true. They were in the best shape of their life right before they died.
The
Yeah.
peak.
The bell curve.
But dude, well, because then, because everyone's all like cold plunging, woo, 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 yeah, whatever. But like, I'm reading a book by Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour
Yeah,
Body,
yeah.
and he talks about the minimum effective dose. So he there's been a ton of studies, and they study that and say when you do a certain type of thing, like with drugs specifically, like prescriptions or whatever, there's a specific amount that is the minimum dose that's the most effective, and anything you dose over that does nothing else.
Yeah.
So he
like
talks about
vitamins.
this. And so with like cold plunging and stuff, people are going in there 9-10 minutes. And I've seen all these doctors and they're like, you don't need to do that. Like 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes. That's it.
Some people do it just to
And-
say they can.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And he's like, but some people are getting to a place where it's dangerous. They're gonna, hypothermia, all this stuff. He's like, yes, pound for pound, the best way to lose weight is cold. Cold your cold shock proteins immediately release when you are doused in cold water, which will ramp up your metabolism and you'll start burning like crazy because you need to
Stay warm.
create energy and stay warm. Like Michael Phelps in the Olympics. Remember when everyone talked about his like 10,000 calorie
In
like
Japan,
McDonald's?
Yeah.
It's because the pool he was swimming in was 4 degrees colder
Right.
than his Olympic pool at home that he trained in. So in order to keep up the energy, he had to ramp up how much he was eating because he would burn through it.
Jeez.
Wasn't
Wow.
it? Didn't he go from 10,000 to 14,000? Isn't that what it was?
Like
yeah.
he was
That's nuts.
doing so much. And
Yeah.
so 30 seconds of a cold shower. One, I'm super awake when I get out of the shower. So
hate it.
already energized.
Yeah,
Dude, you get used to it.
I need to give
It's
it
the
a shot.
weirdest
I have a hot
thing.
time. I have
You
a hot
get
tub.
like
You know,
you
we
get to
have
a
the
point-
technology.
But think about it. It's literally
And-
30 seconds.
I know.
I honestly believe that is also another big part about why I'm losing weight and stuff. Like
love it.
Sometimes
your
you should
body
just
tries
do it
to
because you
burn
don't
It's
want
the
to.
longest
That's
30
the thing.
seconds.
I did 1 minute once. I went back.
I'll
to 30
start it in the
seconds.
summer when the water's not as cold. I went
Oh,
back to
that's
30
great,
seconds.
dude. Here's the other trick though. If you make the shower super hot beforehand, you're hot. So it feels good to cool down for half of that 30 seconds. Then you're cold, and then you get used to it. You're
No,
done.
I
See,
immediately.
here's the thing, and you always run hot.
I do.
Chris
Not
and
as
I-
much anymore, actually.
Chris and I, we run cold though.
Yes.
That's true.
So
That's good.
like if I have to
Do
take a hot
15
shower
seconds.
to wake me up and make me feel comfortable for the day. Otherwise, if I'm cold, dude, I'm shaking
Bro,
all
I'm telling you.
day.
I'm telling you. Maybe start with the cold shower then.
Maybe
Start
that's
with cold
the
shower
trick.
and then go warm. Because it shoots those cold shock proteins. You wake up, you're invigorated. It tightens your skin. It like does all this stuff, like crazy benefits.
I
So-
get stupid loose when I take a hot shower.
Stupid loose.
And I just,
It reminds me of when I did.
What does he say when he throws it?
Mountaintop.
It reminds me of when I did the polar plunge when I was in Boy Scouts.
oh,
We
I
went
hated
up,
it.
We hiked up to
never did
this
it.
like super tall mountain to get to this really cold spring.
Yep.
And on the way up to the spring, I dunked my head in the river from the outlet.
For this.
It gave me an instant brain freeze. And
Yes.
I'm like,
Yep.
what are we doing?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
when I went to
Sucks.
Scouts, I had to get I got my snorkeling badge. It's not a merit badge because they don't want to certify it. But I got snorkeling, and we did it in a glacier lake. And I was in there, and you had to go down. And I did everything except for get this rock, and I literally was on the dock shaking. And it was 2 days. I couldn't stop shaking.
Gosh.
He's like, just go do it. Yeah, I run cold.
Dude, you probably burned thousands of calories.
I have nothing to burn.
That's right. That's why you didn't warm up ever.
Yeah, that's when you burn lean muscle mass.
I lost all my
That's when your
marbling.
body starts eating itself.
No, I was gonna
It was-
say on the jumping thing.
Oh yeah, what was the thing about the jumping?
Kind of similar to the sprint. It was like after a certain age, there's just no reason to jump.
You don't jump. You
You
can't
just
jump
don't.
anymore.
Nobody jumps anymore. And so, the guy was just saying that he just makes sure that he, gosh, what was it? That
He has
just,
a box that he
Yeah,
he
and-
just
Oh,
does
he just
one
jumps
jump
on it
on.
one a
he
day.
just
Yeah.
jumps off his
I remember
box a
that.
couple
See, and
times.
I mean,
and-
just do it up your steps.
But I was gonna
Jump,
say,
jump.
no. So my two little ones, Kelsey and Reggie, they were jumping off of our steps, and more Kelsey than Reggie wanted to see how many steps she would dare go up to jump, and they were telling me and Jenny, they're like, "Come on, do it with us" and stuff, and I was legitimately scared to
Daddy's
jump.
gonna break an ankle for
I
his kid.
did. I was like, I'm gonna hurt something. Either that, or I'm not gonna have the strength to like land and stick my landing, and I'm gonna end up putting a bigger hole in the wall.
Well, this is the same guy that broke his ankle trying to sled.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
Wait, was
true.
it your ankle?
Yeah,
You didn't
Yeah,
break
remember-
it though.
I
Well, 'cause
dislocated it.
This okay.
But you had a
the more
cast,
improbable one.
Yes,
but you had a cast up to your knee on, didn't you?
it was just below the knee.
Okay. I just remember when you took it off, and I was like,
Yeah.
they're so
the-
different in size. Like,
The thing with it was, like I said, it was a dislocation, so they had to put screws into my tibia and fibia to hold them closer together to allow all my ligaments to grow back.
Dang.
And then during that time, when you step, your bones shift. So because I had the screws in there, I had to be completely non-weight bearing for like 9 months. And so I couldn't put any weight on that leg for 9 months.
Bro, there are people that come back from ACL tears faster than
yeah,
mine.
what the heck?
Dude, do not dislocate an ankle.
How did you walk on your foot after that?
Lots of physical therapy.
Man.
Dude, his calf was so small compared
It was,
to the other.
it was
'cause there was no
literally,
weight.
and I'm not
was
exaggerating.
so hairy,
It was
too.
as big around.
so hairy.
It was as big around as my wrist.
Yeah, dude,
Dude,
you don't look
it
like
was
moss.
fine.
I remember that.
It was all patchy. Like, it was just all knotted up.
It's like Beetlejuice's leg somehow.
On top of all, I love that we're sharing all this. But another one that I saw, and I'm gonna butcher it, was growing old isn't an age; it's a growing into complacency.
Right.
So, and it's like you as you age faster, the more complacent you get, and the
Yeah.
more comfortable you seek, and the more comfort you seek.
Even if you're on that path, yeah,
Yep.
you just get, autopilot.
Well, and that's why they talk about walking so much. It's like you look at the mall walkers. Everyone has mall walkers. You got the old
yeah.
people,
that is hilarious,
bro, and
I
they
love
freaking
it, though.
get it,
Dude,
Like
I
they're
love it.
spry. They're
So-
cruising. Like walking. When you stop walking is when you age.
That's why you guys need a hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you just
for real.
sit and wait?
No, dude.
No.
We were
That's
walking
fishing.
a bit.
No, I at my work, I think I've mentioned this before. We have like this thing where you can track different healthy deals, and it's anything from like eating to exercising to even like mental and financial and like all this stuff. They have all these things you can do to just be a better you. But to start it out, they have something they call an age gauge, and you answer a whole bunch of questions, and it ranges in all those categories. So like physical, mental, financial,
I'm 2.
just habits, different things like that. And then at the end of it, it'll say how old it thinks you are based on how you answered it. No joke. It thought I was like I want to say it was like 54. Oh, man. So I was almost 20 years older than I actually am based on how I answered these questions. And I was just like, good heavens.
That's the thing I miss about working in a work environment is all those like, because at least the places I've worked, I'm sure Apple's the same.
Yeah.
But they always have like those programs and those like, ramp you up, get you excited.
Yeah,
get
we
you
do
going.
these wellness challenges every quarter, at least. But like,
I'm
they have like a meditating one. We do a counting your calories one. We do an exercise one.
I need to talk to HR, man. We got to figure this out. I need a new motivator.
Meditating's hard.
Dude.
So another thing
Zach
I
does it
want to
really
start
well,
doing,
especially here on the podcast.
I meditate really well.
He goes hard in the paint on
I do.
meditation.
I do. I'm probably the best
Yes.
meditator.
Yeah.
of everybody.
Meditating right now.
so
Yeah.
one thing I'm going to start doing,
He gets a lazy eye. Starts drifting.
It's called a stroke, bro.
bro, he's just trying to get to the upside down. Have you ever heard of breath work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Wim Hof method?
Nope.
So super basic, super easy.
Is it different than the Hasselhoff method?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The Hasselhoff method is look 60 and get all these young hotties.
Jump over waves.
even with your hairy chest, they wanted it. But so the Wim Hof method, it's Wim Hof. I think it was James Wim Hof. I can't remember the dude's first name. But he's
Mr.
this
Wim
like
Hof.
super famous guy who can like swim in the Arctic Ocean.
Yep.
And he's fine. He doesn't freeze. He doesn't get cold. And it's all because of this breath work he does. And all he does is 3 sets of 30 deep breaths and like obnoxiously, like you just, and you do that 30 times in a row for 3 sets. On the last one though, when you exhale, you hold your breath for 15 seconds and then breathe in and start the next set. And then the very, very last one, you just hold it as long as you can. And people say when they first start this, they can only hold for like sometimes 30, 40 seconds. At the end of it, like people are going for like 5-6 minutes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because you do it every day. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You literally spend less than 10 minutes just doing these breaths. And at first you'll feel a little lightheaded. You'll feel some tingling in your body. And that's good because what it is you're oxygenating your whole body. And where there's oxygen, there's life. Where there's oxygen, there's health. Like, it's going to help get out these toxins and these things. And like, I didn't realize this at the time, but some rando dude had me and my friend do it in the sauna. I almost passed out.
I pictured him as Russian.
No, dude, it was this like
breathe in.
super buff,
Hold it.
He was Swedish.
super buff Asian dude.
Asian.
But he like led us in this breathing and I felt it and like, but afterwards I was like, holy crap. Like I feel like I can now just like run up a mountain. Like
Encouragement.
it's insane. So that's something I want to start doing because it's just something so
3
basic and
sets
simple.
of 30.
You can start with less, do like 3 sets of.
Look up
10.
the technique though.
But yeah, look up Wim Hof
is-
breathing
Yep.
and like just read about it. Like he has a website, it's all free
Dude,
information.
I do that with Alden because he wants to see how long he can hold his breath, and then I'll have him do that. And like he'll start it. He's like 10. How long was that? I was like 10 seconds. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm slowing down my heart. I was like, and then he
do
just
that.
does these breaths, and I'm like, okay, hold it. And then by the end of it, he's a minute. He's holding his breath for a minute.
I am dummy. But yeah, it's there's so much you can do that doesn't cost anything.
That's one thing that I struggle with is holding my breath, man.
Right? Like lung
Oh,
capacity.
It's so hard.
Like I want to have a
see-
good lung capacity, but I don't think I do.
That's like me. Like especially lately, I don't know why. So when I was younger, I was diagnosed with exercise-induced asthma, and it would kick in if I was doing something active or even allergies, things like that. And then I went to like an allergy or something. It was like an allergy and asthma specialist, and they tested me, and according to their charts, I don't have asthma anymore. But I still find myself struggling to breathe, but and not like just winded, but like full on, like I can feel it in my chest to the point where I still have to take a puff of an inhaler. And so I'm curious to try that now because
Do it.
I don't know, it's weird, and I honestly blame a lot of it probably on my extra weight that I've put on over the last couple years. But
Well, the problem is they've made this life very easy to be complacent nowadays for humans.
Well, and-
when we were used to struggling running
Well,
from
now like
cats.
And
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were running from cats using
real
sticks.
big cats.
all the cats.
But and our food is poison.
Yeah, it is.
Did you hear? I heard this thing that they now only have to use like 30% of embalming fluid when you die, or some. I can't remember.
What?
I can't remember the percentage now, but it's like the amount of embalming fluid a mortician has to use has been like cut in half, if not more, because of all the
Garbage.
garbage. Like what's the word?
There's microplastics and a bunch of stuff. Have you heard about that?
Like what do
Yeah.
they call it that like keeps your food?
Oh, preservatives.
Preservatives. All the preservatives that you're
Oh my
eating throughout your
They
life
should have to
You
use
are
less
actually
then.
like is in your
Yeah.
body
Oh, yeah,
now.
they're
Like
forever chemicals and stuff like that. Like,
That and microplastics. Have you heard about that?
yep.
What it's causing? They've done studies on that, and it's causing
Is
infertility.
that the phthalates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, causing infertility.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
causing-
saw another statistic just the other day that said like, yeah, fertility in the United States has drastically dropped.
Yep.
Like
We don't have enough
There's
people
a
to
huge
repopulate.
percentage of people that more often than not end in miscarriage. Like it's messed up. Hormones are messed up. All kinds of things. Like
well, how many of us here at the table have had a miscarriage?
Me.
Just us
I mean,
two?
not me personally.
Right. I
but,
guess our wives.
Yes.
But
Yep.
because
well, in both of my freaking births were traumatizing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts.
Like in almost unexplainable. It's like, what? How did this happen? Nobody knows. Like it
There's-
just did.
Need to get educated about stuff like this.
It's I
It's
every day
important too.
every day I'm more
it's-
and more leaning to natural stuff. Like even with this breathing method, like doing it standing barefoot in your grass, you're grounded with the sunlight coming in your eyes.
That helps.
It
Grounding
does.
helps a ton.
I don't have grass.
The dirt. Get in the dirt.
Get in the dirt.
But it does. Like you think about it, like for thousands upon thousands of years, people were naturally healed just by being grounded to the earth, being in the sunlight. The sunlight controls your circadian rhythm. Like
Careful.
I don't
we're
wear.
we're starting to sound like hippies here.
I know. I was gonna say like this is some hippie shiz, but like,
not,
dude, I
though.
don't wear sunglasses anymore.
None?
None,
Wow.
because
not
like
good
the
for
light
you.
doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Well, it's not good for you anyway because they say if you wear sunglasses in the sun, you're more prone to getting sunburned
Yeah.
because
Because your body doesn't, your brain
is
the way it's getting, it knows that you need to protect yourself and produce more melanin is from receiving UV rays through the eyes.
from what you see.
WTF?
But like
Yeah.
ever since I stopped wearing them, like my eyes aren't that sensitive to them,
Wild.
to the sunlight. And I used to go out and literally stand there for like 5 minutes and just kind of wake up and like,
Honey, that neighbor's out in
And
his
dude-
lawn again.
and it freaking works.
I hate
You
that
know-
we're having this conversation heading into winter. It's like,
I know.
I want to go out back and lay in the sun
Dude,
now.
I
Now you gotta
know.
go lay in the snow because it's
Well,
good
And you can't
for
do
you.
it through windows. You got to be in direct sunlight.
The thing I
However-
hate is even my own kids, like Brindley and Jude. It's like they don't want to.
It's an inside
Like
generation.
I was like so bothered the other day. Jude had a few friends over, all young boys, 8, 9 years old, and his friends wanted to go outside and kick a soccer ball around. So Jude goes and gets his soccer ball, gives it to them to go play, and then he says, "I don't feel like going outside. When you guys are done, just let me know." And he stays inside and went up and like played video games or something.
Dude,
I'm like, no, this is so wrong. What have I done wrong as a
Right.
parent here?
I really am considering taking all the power cords off the television and just having them like, okay, Friday night or something like that. Put them back
Dude,
in and
do
just.
it.
Do you know how much time you could spend if you didn't have the TVs on at all? Like how productive you could be.
Yeah.
Well, there's that one guy that
hard
says,
to
like-
for me, because it's like I love my movies and everything. It's like if you were to take that away from me,
You could grow to love other things. And you could
Yeah.
still love your movies.
Read
Just
a
make
book.
that a treat, not a normal routine.
What am I gonna love my wife and my kids more? Like,
You should. I mean,
That could
Sounds like
happen.
a terrible combination.
Zach's over here like,
Telling
we
ya.
have 3 kids. What? When-
When did you get this old?
I'm telling you, the 2 things that saved my marriage, backup cameras and hot tubs. I'm telling you. Because we used to talk at night, right? Like, and then she started, well, both of us would get preoccupied with the TV or phones. We go sit in the hot tub now. It's like a ritual, and don't want to have electronics near the hot tub. So we actually just sit and talk the whole time.
What's
Yeah.
the backup
That's
camera
awesome.
though?
So
So
she
she
doesn't
stops-
have to direct me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say shows you stops running into stuff.
Oh,
That
to
both.
back
I
up
mean,
to the
it's a double
trailer?
winner. Yeah, both are a winner. Both the
Okay,
things are a
okay.
winner.
So
Go
get
this
a
way.
hot tub,
Which
get a
way's
hot
this
tub.
way?
Can I get a hot tub?
Yeah, but
I love it.
for real,
Dude, I want to get a sauna.
Yes.
that would be nice.
Dude, have you seen those, like, the tall ones that I keep getting ads for these indoor saunas, kind of like what we did?
Well, now we all are
but
going
it's
to.
big enough that you can just sit in it
Yeah.
completely.
Well, do you remember? Do you remember back in the day we had all those ideas of like bro baths,
Yes.
and then we wanted to start doing the saunas.
Heck yeah, I would love it.
We like having the podcast. I think the initial idea of the podcast was in saunas.
Yeah, to be in a sauna.
And so it was to get people uncomfortable and then like suffer together.
You're
Kind of
"It's so
like hot
freaking
ones.
hot in here.
But we couldn't figure out the logistics of getting
Like
waterproof
filming.
cameras without them fogging,
GoPros.
microphones without them breaking. Like it just was not
Oh.
feasible. There's a reason why people don't film in saunas.
Gotta be a way to do it.
I don't know. I'm happy we're having this conversation heading into the heavy sweets era of the month or of the year, actually, because like Thanksgiving's around the corner, and same with Christmas, and it's so easy to get wrapped up in the desserts. But you could always start your better life now. You don't have to wait for the new year
Yeah.
unless you're Tony.
Yeah, do it. Just go now.
Just do it.
Start today.
Make
There's
it
literally-
easier now
I
because
gotta have my chocolate satin.
Because the
pie.
biggest, well, and that's the thing.
Can.
So,
You still can.
so listening to this 4-hour,
chocolate satin
Right.
pie.
listening to this 4-hour body book, and thinking back to when I first lost a bunch of weight years ago, one thing that he recommends and one thing that I did then is I would have a cheat meal every week. Every week on Friday for dinner, I could eat whatever I wanted. I could eat an entire pizza. I could eat 2 pies. I could do whatever I wanted because, one, it satisfied that craving. It gave me something to look forward to every week because I was like, I'm working towards that. I'm being really good, and then I get to splurge right here. Eventually, I got to the point where my cheat meal was like a steak and potatoes and like steamed vegetables. Like your body starts to not want that crap.
yeah.
It goes, I feel like you treat me so well all week, and then I feel like garbage after you eat all this crap. And you notice the difference because the human body's amazing. It can take the crap we eat from McDonald's and make us function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're so used to eating garbage all the time, you're like, oh, I feel great. But the second you eat good stuff, your body's like, where has this crap been the whole time?
The hardest part is that the healthy stuff is so expensive.
That's because they want to poison us.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Where's my tinfoil?
I've always said this, and this has always been my point of emphasis is going to the gym, because at least for me personally, I start to eat more and more like crap the less I go to the gym.
True.
Because I don't want to reward myself feeling like garbage after I just pummeled my body.
Right? You don't want to ruin it too. You're
Yeah.
like, I did all this work. I don't want to ruin it.
It's like
Yeah.
that video that I forgot who shared it. The video where the guy eats the crumble cookie.
Oh, the 880 calorie cookie.
Yeah, he
and then
eats
he's like,
the one crumble cookie for 880 calories, and he's like, now I'm going to run long enough to now work off that. And it was like 6 miles he had to run in order to work off
Yeah,
one cookie.
Why are you so efficient, body?
Well, there's another trick actually too. Like after you eat dinner, go on a walk. Like right after, your body's gonna help burn that stuff and get rid of it easier. Like you're gonna use up a lot of that energy before you end up going to bed.
A lot of times you got to retrain your body to work like it should.
And it will always hurt, just like the story with Jess. It will always hurt a ton
yeah.
right before you pass through that. But once you push through that pain, the rewards are endless. Like it feels so good.
Yeah. I love it.
Let's do it. I wish we could all just go to the gym together every day. Me and my bros.
I'm down.
Just all act super buff right
Dude,
now.
I haven't had a gym buddy in forever.
I'll go.
I'd be down.
Let's do it. And then we end in the sauna. It's the best.
Yeah.
Talk
Dude.
about life decisions.
I saw another statistic. Like if you do 20 minutes of sauna a week, it like extends your life by like 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Dude, hot and cold exposure on your body are crazy good for you.
They talk. I mean, Joe
The hot
Rogan
and the
talks
cold
about
are
all
both
this
so
stuff a
intense.
lot.
Put them together and it just makes sense.
See?
I hate cold showers though.
Try it.
I'll eat cold ice. That's
Well,
about it.
What
Where
about
can you get
warm
warm
ice?
ice?
I'll drink cold ice water.
That actually helps.
I'm going home.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think that's a good note for us to end on. I had actually a lot more things going on in the news here locally. I don't know. Should we hurry and just touch on these little things? I think they're kind of interesting. What? How
I
long
touched
we
on
look-
Chris.
Oh, is it the little thing part, huh?
No, not that. No. So local news, which I thought was very interesting. Chuck E. Cheese removed
I saw
animatronics
this.
due to Five Nights at Freddy's.
How ridiculous.
How wild! But you got to admit those animatronics
get it.
are haunting.
Well, I mean, it is 100% the inspiration for that game.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it has to be.
Oh, I never.
Not like
I would.
fact, but like.
Like,
I would
I-
have never even put
I
the two and two
guarantee
together.
it has to be.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Yeah. Did
It
you
was
see
so
it?
good.
It was good.
I liked it.
I'll pass.
Dude, that one part I was not expecting.
The
Like the
end?
actual brutal part, you're like, whoa.
Oh yeah,
Like, where'd that come
the
from?
one and only part.
Yes, the
I'm watching
one
it
and
with
only.
the kids because I'm like, oh, this has a nice rating, and then that part I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay.
Okay, kids, remember this is just a movie.
You know, did you know they were real animatronics?
In the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They were actual
not people in
animatronic
suits?
robots. Nope.
Dang.
And there were multiple times when they moved by themselves during filming.
Get out. That's creepy.
Yeah.
Gross.
I do like the concept in it though, where he was using the lucid dreaming to try and figure out
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was good. It was surprisingly good. I need to watch the one with Nicolas Cage now.
I know. I want to see that
I
one
heard that
too,
one's great.
where he's like in everyone's
He
dream.
doesn't.
Donnie
Oh,
Darko.
that one too. No, but I'm talking about he did a movie with animatronics where he fights them,
Oh.
and he doesn't talk the entire movie.
Toys.
No, it's
Dreamland or something.
yeah,
like
something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's a night security guard at a place with animatronics, and he fights them all.
Really?
Yeah, I want to watch it.
So that was that. And then also those aliens from Mexico. Remember their corpses?
Mm-hmm.
There was also supposedly footage of non-humanoid species of those exact aliens. So I don't know. I didn't come
Maybe that's
across it. I
getting
just saw the
interesting.
headliner.
It was cake.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
Dude,
I saw
it
something-
looks like cake. Dude.
I saw something that had pictures of them, and they were wearing like they were adorned in like gold jewelry and stuff, like the
Really?
Aztecs in the time they were supposedly around.
Interesting. And then did you guys hear about the Las Vegas cyber attack?
No.
Dude, that is bananas. You didn't hear anything about this?
N-A-N-A-S.
Yeah, dude. Likely
Maybe, I
chime
can't
in.
remember.
Thank you.
What?
Your daily chime in. That was wonderful.
I'm so confused. What?
That's fine. So down in
I've been
Vegas,
chiming in all night.
Your one-liners. How do you do your
Oh.
one-liners?
Gotcha. All
Yeah.
right.
so
You're
down in
welcome.
Vegas, they had apparently some cyber attack where I think it was the MGM Grand, and there was I think it was like the Caesar Palace. I can't remember, but they were hacked, and all their digital casinos completely locked and frozen. So no, like you couldn't go in and gamble. You couldn't go in and play. Like it was literally held to a ransom. And
Well, I hope
the,
they got how much.
you pull
You
it
know,
up real
Danny
fast.
Ocean's at it again. He's just stepped up.
But
his
they
game.
had a ransom,
No, he's
and
dead.
they would not release the control to the games until the ransom was paid. And I think it was Caesar or MGM, one of the two, immediately paid. The other one held out for like a week or more, and they lost so much money. It was like $100 million.
Holy crap.
I want to know
Yeah.
how much the ransom
About
was for.
cyber attack cost MGM Resort about $100 million.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Dude, you should watch the video
Because
of
that's
it.
the thing is I guarantee you they probably lost more money being down than they would have just paying the
100%.
ransom.
Yeah,
crazy.
they definitely did. And you should see the video of it. It's eerie because you go into there's videos on YouTube where they walk into the casino and it is just a deserted wasteland. Everything has the same image on it. It looks creepy.
How much was
is
the
it?
ransom? Do you remember?
I don't remember how much the ransom was.
I feel like the scariest part would be the lack of sound, because you walk into those casinos and the nostalgic sound is all the all the
Yeah.
slot machine sounds and different things.
So it says that the fallout stood in sharp contrast that what happened to the rival Caesars Entertainment, which disclosed that it had been hacked around the same time. They indicated in its SEC filing that it may have paid the hackers to go away.
Yeah. So they just footed the bill.
They're probably not going to announce how much, just because it might give other people like, oh,
Right?
like,
But could you imagine being their like
majority of systems
cybersecurity
restored.
analyst?
oh
They're
my
like,
gosh.
they gotta, they're the ones in charge of like keeping this place safe, and they both got hacked.
Here's the ultimate thing. The hackers are the new cybersecurity specialists.
That's exactly it. A lot of the times, these people that hack big areas like this oftentimes get a big paying job almost immediately after.
Well, it's like, I mean, I know it's old, but Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
and Tom Hanks, based on a true story. He got hired by the FBI after all that to help catch fraudulent checks and things.
I thought that guy would disappear in the desert. How do you get the job?
Right. Dude, you should try and find a video of it. It's so eerie. It is so eerie.
Anything else?
Let's see.
Oh, just out of service on everything. All blue screens.
Yeah, dude. Look at this. Total blue screens. Temporarily unavailable. That's all it would show.
Weird. It would have been cooler if they shut off all their lights.
Could you imagine you're like planning to go there, have fun, do a little bit of gambling?
elevators, everything was down.
Speaking of, they just showed a picture of Carrot Head. He is the most
Top.
terrifying. Carrot Top. He is the most terrifying looking human being
Oh, 100%.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's freakishly
Like-
jacked.
He's like Chucky
yeah.
grown up.
Yes. I like his face. I don't know. Good thing he's funny.
I don't even know if he's funny. Anyway,
true.
He used to be.
Another one was the lady wedgie at Disneyland. Did you hear about this?
What?
No.
This lady went on a roller coaster ride at Disneyland, and it gave her a wedgie, and she's suing Disney. It sounds farce, and it sounds ridiculous, and they've made it out to sound ridiculous, but I actually read the article, and it is literally like it was wedged so hard that it caused internal bleeding and problems. Pull it up, dude.
Wait, what? How?
Like a varicose vein? Or what?
I don't know.
What ride?
I think it was what's the water one? The
Splash Mountain.
go
Splash
I was
Mountain.
thinking that because you're not buckled in there at
Yeah,
all.
dude.
She slid all the way to the back.
No,
like-
she started at the back, came
Oh,
to
yeah.
the front.
I don't know.
Disney blasted for allowing mustachioed employee. No, that's different. Stupid.
What?
Is this, like, none of these have to
Is
do.
that a real word?
Did they nix it from the internet?
No, in Disney.
Lady suing Disney for wedgie.
I.e., not why.
Are you sure? Is that?
Yeah.
Women
it
sue.
is.
There you go. First one.
Yeah.
Women
dude.
sues Disney for wedgie injury. Go away, you losers. What? No. I hate you.
Great.
50,000?
Yeah.
Female.
Bleeding
I
after
love
40 mile an
titles.
hour water slide.
I
gave
love
her-
titles though. Female thrill seeker sues Walt Disney.
40 is not that fast.
40 miles an hour? 40 mile an hour
I guess it
wedgie,
depends.
bro.
That's true.
That.
Suffered horrific
40 in a
general.
car, 40 mile an hour winds. You know, they're different.
That's true.
What was
Like
it?
a
Oh,
40
no, it's this water slide. That
Oh.
makes way more
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
So 30 went down the Humunga Kawabunga water slide at Disney World in 2019 and claims hitting a pool of water at the bottom of this at a speed of around 40. Okay, that's fast. Caused a host of eye-watering wounds. What does that even mean?
Who wrote this?
Like you look at it, you're just like,
They're going for the Pulitzer.
oh my gosh, it's so hideous. The dangerous splash took place at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park in Orange County. Let's see. Here's how bring.
that was back in 2019.
What was
Yeah,
the
she
name of-
decided to take the ride with her mother and her young daughter.
Humunga Cowabunga, which is now the name of her
Wow.
Immediate and severe pain
Come on.
internally, and as she stood up, blood began rushing from between her legs.
Oh,
Okay, that's even
So there's
worse.
there's
All right,
some
I apologize.
embarrassment there too.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
I didn't realize that was back in 2019. That's what I hate about
That
social
hurt?
media is they will start.
The lawsuit included a catalog picture of of a swimsuit similar to that of what she was wearing.
I was
That
going to
should've
ask
been
about the
fine.
swimsuit.
Right? I was like, is this
Yeah.
already like a super thin thing, or
Now they're gonna have a pull tab.
why is that
Pull in
picture?
case of emergency.
Why does that picture look like it's from like a 1980s Sears catalog?
Right? It does.
1990s.
100%.
Just
He's like, actually, 1990s issue
that was
200,
that was actually
page 7.
July of 1980.
Black Friday sale?
It was a screaming deal.
That's what I hate about
Her name's
social
Jessica.
media. is,
They went faster than she did.
right? They can post news from whenever, and then like you just take it as that's current. But I've come
I
across
hate
so
it.
much of the old stuff.
That happens with some videos. I one time sent my wife a video of something happening near us.
Oh,
Fake
right.
news.
With the water was like
Yeah.
pumping the freaking street. I was like, look at this, and she replies back, and she's like, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so I looked at the comments. I was like, stupid. I was like, why? There needs to be dates up on top of these things.
The other one is the hockey player that was
Oh, yeah.
so sadly killed.
Oh,
Didn't we
yeah.
watch that? What is
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy that actually like hit his throat, he has actually been convicted.
Dang!
So he will be, as far as I know and understand, he will be serving time, which is
it's good.
very much
Deserved.
well deserved. Yeah, definitely. Also, another one, the Skims bras. Have you seen those?
Oh my gosh, yes.
No.
Freaking ridiculous. So there are these new
Freaking
bras. You know,
Kim-
Skims.
Kim
are made by Kim
Kardashian.
Kardashian.
Oh, they show the
Skims.
nips.
Yeah, they have built-in
Nipples.
hard nipples. So it like literally gives the aesthetic that a woman is like
Cold.
Thimble business.
This is
up
why
too.
I have like major trust issues.
Bro,
That
I'm
and
just
water
saying,
bras.
Yeah, right.
We need to have some sort of package like
Like
underwear.
freaking Ben Stiller in Dodgeball.
I don't remember that.
He has a little pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it like gets bigger.
I'm just saying,
Like the old Nikes. Like, or
Yeah.
we need an
So is it
imprint
Nike?
going down our leg, boys. Bring back the
mean-
tight jeans, but also have, something showing.
Could you imagine? You
go buy some
overpump
off
it and
Amazon.
it pops. Like, you bend off. What just
Yes.
It's garbage, man. I hate it. I hate that they get to do all these fun things. And we don't.
Well, we get to do the fun things.
That's true.
That is true.
As far
What do you mean?
That's all I got for in the news.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted to touch on those things. I thought they were kind of fun points of topic.
I
But
like it.
anything from you guys?
No, we did us, remember?
We got it.
No, like anything in the news from you guys.
Did I see something recently?
I thought
They
there
just
was.
cast Reed Richards
Oh yeah,
for Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I
Pedro.
saw.
Pedro.
Mr. Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be the.
He'd be Reed Richards in
Is
Fantastic
that
Four.
Mr.
Mr. Fantastic?
Fantastic?
He's
yeah.
the stretchy one.
Yeah, stretchy guy.
Apple.
That guy has a hard
Apple
time
says
getting
they'll
work,
support
doesn't he?
RCS
Right.
next year.
What?
No.
Apple said they'll support RCS next year.
What's
no,
that?
they will not.
That's the same kind of like texting protocol that
we use.
Android
On
uses.
Android. They are not gonna. There's no way.
Says
Yeah.
they finally caved.
But green bubbles are staying. Wait, what? What?
They'll probably make it work,
They're
but they'll still make it.
They're still incriminating against you.
Dude, they'll find a way to.
Still incriminating.
It's just gonna be literally a color, but everything
It'll
else
just-
will work.
Yeah, everything will just work.
I'm so confused. Like what? But
Not
So-
incriminating. What is
It's
it? What's the word I'm thinking of?
it's a texting thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Discriminating.
Yeah, there it is.
so when Apple users text each other,
Yeah.
it's on a chat layer.
It's
that-
it's going through the internet. It's not actually using SMS.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
using text.
Yeah.
And so when you text someone who has Android, then it literally is just text messages, and that's why you get the green bubbles.
And that's why it messes up group messages.
And that's why
okay.
Android can't send pictures that aren't pixelated.
Or-
It's because it's literally a technology from the 1980s.
Or how when we would like if I were to like one of his posts, it would just say Cameron liked and then repeat his entire post.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
That's
now
because we're not using the same system.
But now Google interprets that to kind of like offset it. But anyway,
My emoji game's going
now-
hard.
but now Android users can now send each other video and messages and all that, and everything comes through high def. But
Right.
there's that wall between Android and iOS.
Yeah.
But now they're saying that it's going to go away. They're going to implement RCS standards on.
So first
on
it was the chargers. Now it's this.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to USB-C too, huh?
they
already
have
are.
to.
They
Well-
did with the new 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 16 they're going to go fully wireless. Watch.
I can
And
see
not
that
even have
happening.
a charger on the bottom.
I can see that happening.
I don't think they will.
You don't think?
If not eventually.
Not
Do they
yet.
still have
They
a phone
push it
jack
as
or
long as they can.
earphone jack on
No.
there?
Nope.
None of them do, huh?
No.
It's
No,
all
we're all past that.
It's all part of that.
We're
trying to
cyborgs.
waterproof it.
We're all cyborgs now.
The next thing's gonna be the chip in the head, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Elon-
Elon's asking for human volunteers now. So
I
He's
wonder how
probably
long
got
that
so
line is.
freaking-
Not I
Many.
said the fly.
Nope.
Any other in the news? Last
Oh,
call.
how about how freaking California evicted all its homeless people to look good for the freaking dictator of China?
Yeah, and not a single U.S. flag in the
No.
streets.
Oh, so
Wonderful.
disgusting.
What even? Okay, here's my.
What'd they do with them?
I'm not gonna try.
That's what I
and-
want to know.
Yeah. There's that. I'm not gonna try and pretend I know anything political, but I just want to know why he's even here. Why is he here?
Right. Well, just in California,
He's trying to
he's
come to
meeting
check
with
how his
Newsom.
country's
He's not
doing.
meeting with like America, like with the actual main government.
He's meeting
He's just
with-
meeting Gavin Newsom in California.
What?
Gavin Newsom went out there recently.
What about
And
Elon
not the
Musk?
president.
Yeah, I don't know why he's there, hanging out.
Huh. Anyway. Okay.
And
Elon
Chinese
Musk
president's
doesn't
honor
give a
amid
he doesn't
blah,
care.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
He does not care.
That's true.
He's above political powers now.
Well, he wants to fight
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
that's still a
In-
thing.
yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah, but
it's a thing.
Zuckerberg like tore his ACL or something recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
likely
they wanted to
story.
actually fight in the
Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
dude,
how
dude.
dope.
Italy volunteered to have them fight there.
I love it.
And then he's like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, I'd still fight him. He goes, you name the rules. He's like,
Oh my gosh.
I hope it happens. I really do. I really do.
Oh, apparently, I just saw this today, so I know nothing about it. But apparently, Gen Zers are reading Osama bin Laden's letter to America, and they're like agreeing with it.
What?
Oh my god.
There's been apparently a ton of TikToks going out where kids are like, he makes some good points. Like I couldn't understand. And I'm like, bro, just drop it on us now. End it. Take us now, Lord. Bring us to heaven.
Oh man, we got it right.
Smite us all.
Will you guys come visit?
Bro, you're compared to the people I see on the internet, you're going up.
It's honestly really hard
That's
to
a
go down.
very
like-
terrible list of people.
You got nothing to worry about.
All right.
Oh man.
Just come visit me. Put me in a nice
I
padded
will.
room.
You'll be next door. Bro, I don't know. The world's just freaking crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
So, get healthy, get in shape. Let's do this. I want to do a fast with you, man.
Let's
I'll
do
do
it.
I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like I.
That
Hey, you
podcast
do
right after.
Would you do it? A 36-hour fast if we all do it?
And then we'll podcast right after.
We're in the middle of it. We're just all bad. Everything we say is just irritating to each other.
That'd be the day we do our roast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Except
gosh.
feelings are getting hurt.
Yup.
Oh man. Well, we hope you enjoyed this podcast. Our hashtag is
Fit.
fit. Hashtag fit. I like it.
I like it.
And if you've made it this far and you're not yet, please make sure to subscribe down below. And thanks again. We'll see you guys here next time.
Keep
Love
sharing.
you guys.
Keep
Deuces.
sharing us.
Yeah, share us around.
Share it to everybody.
Thanks for being part of this crowd.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.